if we start going after all these related, all these LSI type keywords, and we start owning the buy box for them, we start owning the A9 search results for them, then we're more likely to get into the highly competitive ones. So it's the same thing, work your way up. Remember, all searches, though, on Amazon are buyer searches. 52% of the people who are looking to buy a product start their search on Amazon. You want to be there. So let's look at the long tail here. So if there's 1,500 long tail keywords that get only 12 searches a day, only 12 searches a day, that's 18,000 buyer searches a month. If 20% of those people buy, you just made 3,600 sales during the month. For people who are searching 12, there's 57 million people a month coming to Amazon. We're only trying to get people who are looking for 12 people who are looking for the green gremlin air freshener Superman limited edition thing that hangs from the mirror, right? But those people are there. So optimize your listing to capture these sales too. Look at the long tail. And then run paid and SEO traffic campaigns so that you can own these keywords. So just going back here, before we were looking at how do we get keywords for our sponsored product ads and our AMS ads, here we're talking about how do we get keywords for search. Basically the same. Merchant Words is one of my favorite keyword tools. I also use Keyword.io, Google Keyword Planner, the Amazon suggested search, which is when you start typing it in and the little list of suggestions comes down. Helium 10, which I showed you before, and then that's just the strategy of using automated and manual campaigns. So the next thing that you want to do is look at a wonderful tool that Amazon provides called the Search Term Report. How do you find the Search Term Report? You go to Reports, Advertising Report, Search Term Report, but you only get 60 days. Amazon is stingy with their data. You only get 60 days, so if you don't do this every 60 days, then you lose it, right? They won't let you go back farther than that. And then create a pivot table, which will ultimately give you download the search term report, paste it into Excel, create a pivot table with these fields, and then go read this article to see exactly, because it's too complicated for me to tell you here, but it will give you the best and most profitable keywords to use in your search campaign if you follow this. Okay? So use the search term report to optimize those campaigns. 60 days or you lose the data, find what people are searching for, and when your ads are served. Google won't tell you that, but these guys will. They'll say, we're serving your ad every time this keyword comes up. You now own this keyword, right? Ignore terms that are kind of outliers, fewer than 4 clicks, or CTRs of under 0.5. Choose keywords that have high sales rates and per click-through and a low average cost of sales, and then adjust and add to your keyword list based on this data. And then run that manual auto thing again. Then back to Helium 10, this is pretty cool too. You can run a list of the search terms and end up, in this case, it was for Balance Board. So you'll see Fitboard has 2,270 monthly searches, and there's 125,000 people trying to sell these things. That's a lot of competition. So what a tool like Helium 10 allows you to do is identify the opportunities, because for Wobbleboard, there's 1,210 people searching a month for it, but there's only 543 competitors that are offering products. That's one we can go after. And just like SEO, if we start going after all these related, all these LSI type keywords, and we start owning the buy box for them, we start owning the A9 search results for them, then we're more likely to get into the highly competitive ones. So it's the same thing, work your way up. Optimize your listing with all your targeted keywords. The priority is title first, then your back-end keywords. These are the keywords nobody sees, then the bullet points, and then the product description. That'll give you the biggest bang for your buck. Justin Laguerre, who is speaking here also, super smart guy, was the first guy to crack $1 million in a day on Amazon, gave us this strategy for really owning the search results. And it's basically just create a better offer. So he wanted to rank for glow stars, So there were 500 and some thousand results on Amazon for glow stars. And so he said, okay, well, I'm going to give them more stars than anybody else did, because these things are basically free from China, and I'm going to give them the moon. So I'm going to give them the moon and the stars, right? And if you Amazon, if you A9 this, you'll see here For Glow Stars, now there's 21,461 results for Glow Stars, 1 of 16, and under the sponsored ad, he's number 1 in about a week. In about a week. And it's a better offer. Perry would be very proud. It's a better offer to get the moon and the stars than just to get the stars. Okay? The second strategy for winning the buy box, make sure you're eligible first. There's a few things to be eligible, but then lower your price. If you find your competitors' prices and you offer to sell and ship, because Amazon considers shipping in the price in determining who wins the buy box, but all you have to do is be able to sell and ship for a penny less, then you should rank higher in the buy box. And you can use an app like Wiser to go out and look at all of the competitors' prices and tell it that you want to price your product automatically 1 penny less than theirs every single time with a floor of X so you don't lose money. This is what your competition is doing, right? If you're doing this now, you can totally own this stuff. And then use Fulfilled by Amazon. You do get, in our experience, special treatment if you are using Amazon's FBA. And then strategy 3 is ASIN piggybacking. So if you identify a successful product that is not unique in that it's not a Chanel wallet. You can't make your own Chanel wallet. I mean, you can, but some people you might get in trouble. I'm just saying. Identify a successful non-unique product and then find its ASIN, which in the product details section shows up here, and it also shows up in the URL at the end. Find that ASIN and then research the manufacturer to see if you can resell it and determine if the wholesale cost plus shipping plus a penny is the total or less than the current winner of the buy box. If it is, then you've found something, right? You can sell this related product. You can own the buy box. If it's not, then what we do is we go to the manufacturer and we just try to cut a deal.